This morning, we're meeting Sara Maurer, a Sault Ste. Marie native who left and came back home to raise her family there and has published her first novel called A Good Animal. She joins us via Zoom this morning to tell us all about it. Sara?
The novel is set on a sheep farm just outside of Sault Ste. Marie in 1995. It follows Everett, who's 17 and wants to graduate high school, take over the sheep farm, and build a future from the land he loves. But then he meets Mary, who's a Coast Guard brat who just wants to get out of the Sioux as soon as she can. And it just really explores that tension between leaving and staying and the different pressures people feel as they're growing up and the decisions they're going to make as they grow and what kind of adults they're going to become. But I will say one caveat, even though the main characters are teenagers, it's not a YA novel. It is an adult novel.
Now tell us, what gave you the idea for the plot?
Well, I think it kind of all stemmed from the idea of coming home and the way I felt after coming home after living in Metro Detroit. It was all well and good for a while, but then I started feeling like, oh, I'm one of those people that left and came home, or I'm one of those people who never left the UP. And sometimes I felt some stigma around that, and I talked to my husband around that, and it was just like, why am I feeling this way? And why do people have so much pressure to leave? And I really intentionally set out to write a novel where the main character is just happy to be here and celebrates being rural and living in the Upper Peninsula.
How can people get their hands on your novel to enjoy reading it?
Well, one really super exciting piece of news is that Book of the Month Club selected A Good Animal to be one of their February picks. So if people are members of Book of the Month Club, they can already select it and get an early release. But otherwise, the book will come out February 24th, and it can be purchased anywhere. Local independent bookstores will carry it, and you can get it online as well, or at Barnes and Nobles.
For you, what does this mean to have your first novel published and ready to be put out there?
It's just such a relief because it's such a long process. You know, if you think about it, I started it in 2020, drafting and then taking all these classes. And then it takes a long time to get an agent and then edit the book and then shop it around to different publishing companies and see which one of them will buy it. And then one of them buys it, and then you do more edits. So it's such a long process, and now it's finally coming to an end. I have told several people that I almost feel like a pregnant lady who's like 3 weeks overdue. I'm just so ready for this book to be out and for people to read it. I'm just really excited.
Is there anything else you'd like to add this morning, Sara?
I think the other thing I wanted to give a shout out to is a new book festival that I'm helping the owner of the Mill and Paper Mill Books in Manistee put on. It's called Writing North Book Fest, and it's going to take place in downtown Manistee, February 28th and March 1st. And there's going to be a lot of authors that are in town, including me, and we're going to be selling our books and signing them. And there's going to be panels and workshops that people can attend. You know, if you're just a reader or someone who loves books, or if you want to work on your writing craft, there'll be opportunities for that as well.
Thank you, Sara. We'll have all those details for you on our website, myupnow.com. Stay with us, and we'll be right back after the break.